Chris Eubank Jr. busted up, beat up, and destroyed by the much bigger fighter than George Groves, St. George Groves. Chris Eubank Jr. was made to look average in this fight. I favored Chris Eubank Jr. to win this fight based on the fact that I didn't know too much about George Groves. George Groves proved he's a world champion. He's not a paper champion. And he can still crack. He's only 1 year older than him. Seriously speaking, George Groves, this guy must do some type of martial arts, or he does something, because every time Chris Eubank Jr. gets on the inside, George Groves magically get this man in a headlock. I mean, he just knew how to smother Eubank's attack. I've never seen Eubank attack get smothered like that. Every time Eubank got on the inside, George Groves put him in a headlock. The ref didn't even make things better. The ref made things worse, because every time Chris Eubank get on the insides and was trying to work, the ref would go in there and take Eubank off of George Groves. When that's where Eubank does his best work, on the inside. The ref will put them back in the center of the ring, where George Groves would just decapitate Chris Eubank Jr. with the jab, because that's all he was doing, just hitting him with PJs, power jabs, snapping his head back, beat up and bloody. Chris Eubank Jr. bloody all over the ring, all over his chest. For the first time in his life, he was getting beat up from post to post by the much bigger guy, and he couldn't have an answer. But Chris Eubank Jr. did rally back in the last couple of rounds. I got to give him props. There was a moment in that 12th round where I stood up when I was watching. I thought Chris Eubank Jr. was about to get a knockout. One of the best fights. If Chris Eubank Jr. could have got a knockout in that 12th and final round, man, that fight would have been talked about probably for the whole year of 2018, because there was moments in that fight where it looked like he rocked George Groves. But George Groves all of a sudden showed he had defense, he had a chin. He'll roll out of there, roll to the left, roll to the right, and then start teeing off on Chris Eubank Jr. Congrats to George Groves, man. Well done.
Yo, we were killing dog, now we killing cow. We were killing dog, now we killing cow. They can be like me, I got my own style. Hey, I'm married, now you've been it. No, I haven't been a girlfriend, now you've been it. No.